Hi there. Today I was working on a bowl and I was not planning on doing any videoing of it. I was going to videotape another bowl that I'm going to do out of the same wood. I just wanted to see what this is Magnolia. You'll see it in a second. This is Magnolia that I'm working with, and it's fairly green wood. So I just wanted to see what it was like to work with it. And, you know, I had an idea in my head of exactly what shape I was going to do, and because of the size of the bowl blank, I figured I could do a nice big salad bowl and stuff. And then after I cut, and I realized that my tenon was too big to fit in the chuck, and I was going to cut the tenon down, and then I noticed a giant, like peeled off part on the side here. And so I'm going to have to change the entire shape of the bowl. And I figured it was a good opportunity to show how, you know, depending on what the wood is like, you can have every intention of having it be a certain shape and a certain look to it. And then when you start cutting the wood, it changes completely what it ends up being. So let's get started. Okay, so hopefully you can see this. I had realized that I had cut the tenon too big. It won't fit in the chuck. So I made a pencil mark where I need the tenon to be if it's an outside tenon and where it would be if it's an inside tenon. So I still haven't decided which way I'm going to do that. But then as I was doing this, I noticed this whole section here is lifting. It's like just a flap of wood. So the whole shape has to change. It cannot be this shape. I'm going to have to make this concave at least, or something different, but it cannot be this rounded shape. It's got to be, this has to be cut out because it's not going to hold up. Plus it makes a sound when it's going around. You can hear it flapping. So it's just not stable. So I'm going to start by cutting. What am I going to do first? I think I'm going to cut this down first and see what shape I want it to be, and then I'll decide what shape I want the base to be. Alright, so let's see if we got rid of that flap for the most part. Let's see how that looks. Alright, it's still there. There's still a crack right there. Got to get this whole section here off, I guess. Yeah, almost there, almost there. A little closer. I don't even know what this wood is going to look like. Isn't this funny? Haven't a clue. Now if you notice, I'm trying not to take too much off of the bottom or the top because I'm afraid of, I don't know if I'm going to have to go concave or not. I have to see how deep this crack is. I am so close to being at the bottom of this crack, but I really don't know how deep it's going to go. So I don't know, do I want to do this concave in here and have it flare out? Or do I want to keep the rounded shape? I don't want it to be too small. You know, I don't want to keep having to take the sides off and then have it be too small. So I'm trying to focus on just here where this flap is. But you can hear the flap, it's right there. So that was it. You saw that chunk come flying. So that's pretty much the last of it. But I do think, for decorative purposes, I think I'm going to go concave and make it a pedestal bowl. Just because it's just going to be a plain old ugly bowl. Just a plain old round bowl if I don't do that. So I think that I'm going to sharpen my chisel and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to make this concave. Alright, we're up to about 1,350 RPMs. So let's see. Alright, and that flap and crack are gone. Okay, so let's go a little bit here. Let's get this off. Let's see. I need to make, alright, I know what I want to do. Okay, so I know what I want to do now. Let's see. Alright, now, remember I have this tool I made, and what I did was I took an old chisel and I cut out the exact shape of the chuck for an inside and an outside fit for the chuck. So let's just see if this is now deep enough and is it on the right angle. It is not deep enough because I'm not getting contact the whole way. So let's go a little bit further. Left that high right there. I gotta cut that out. But let's just see if this is. All right, that is definitely deep enough now. And it seems to be on the right angle. So I just gotta clean it up. For that, I'm going to use my round carbide, just because now what I want to do is soften and round shapes. Let me see if I can move think that's about as much as I want to do because I really don't want to lose the shape. So I'll fill these cracks with little glue. All right, I really don't want to lose the shape of it, but I need to clean the spot right here.
Okay. Coating number 5.